Hi, today we'll be talking about retinoscopy reflex. As we seen earlier, when we put light on patient's eye from retinoscopy, the light will reflect back and will move into examiner's eye from small aperture in mirror present in retinoscopy head, and examiner can observe the reflex. So three reflex can be seen by the examiner. One is with movement, against movement, and neutral movement or no movement. So first we'll see the with movement. Now if the retinal reflex moves in the same direction as you move the streak, so this outside is the streak and this inside is your reflex. So we are putting the streak of light from the retinoscopy, and that streak will move with your retinoscopy. Now if the reflex which is formed also moves with the direction of retinoscopy, that means it is a with movement. Second is your against movement. Against movement is, again we have the light streak and reflex. If retinal reflex moves opposite to the streak, so if this reflex moves in the direction opposite to the movement of the retinoscopy streak, that is your against movement. This neutral reflex that we have, you get it when you are at the right focus point. So the pupil will flood with the light and there won't be any with movement, there won't be any against movement, there will be no movement over here. Now with movement is seen in the case of hypermetropia. So in hypermetropia, parallel light rays coming from infinity are focusing behind the retina. So these are diverging rays. So to bring this point which is behind the retina back onto retina will require converging power, and that is done by using plus lenses. So that is why whenever we get with movement we use plus lenses to find the refractive error. Second is against movement. So against movement is seen in the case of myopia. So in myopia, light rays coming from infinity are focusing in front of retina. So these are more converging rays, and to bring back this focus point back onto retina, we need diverging power. So we use minus lenses. So whenever we get against movement, we use minus lenses to get the amount of refractive error. Next, we'll talk about the characteristics of reflex. So first, we have to determine whether the reflex is with the movement or against the movement. Once we have determined what the reflex is, then we have to judge the amount of that reflex, and then we'll see the characteristics. So there are three characteristics of reflex: speed, brilliance, and width. If the retinoscopy reflex has slow speed, it means it is far from the focus point, and if the reflex is fast, then it is closer to the focus point. Second is brilliance. If the reflex is dull, it means it is far from the focus point, but if brilliance is bright, it means it is closer to the focus point. Third is width. If the width of the reflex is narrow, it means it is far from the focus point, and if it is broader, then it means that it is closer to the focus point.